Springtime, the temperature is changing. It's easy to get excited about gardening. Fast forward a few months though, people are overwhelmed and dejected. And that's because gardening isn't hard, they've just been taught things that simply aren't true. Today I want to break down the 5 biggest garden misconceptions that can sabotage your garden before the season even starts. So myth number 1 is that you need perfect soil. Bottom line is, soil improves because you're gardening. You never start with the best. That's our sweat equity that we put into the garden. But plants want to live. So if we just get started, they're going to help us in our gardening. Of course, over time, the soil is going to get better and better and better, but we have to get started. You're not going to have a garden if you don't get started at all. Of course, we can pay for a lot of expensive additives to our garden, but nature gives us everything that we need. Things like compost, mulch, animal integration, all these things are going to make our soil better over time. Using our garden or our kitchen scraps from the garden that we grow to then create compost piles that we can add back in the fall and enrich soil that way. We can add mulch to keep water in the soil, keep weeds from growing, or we can chop and drop, let those weeds grow up, chop them down, and use them as a living mulch to build layers of soil. We could bring in chickens to add fertility. We could bring in rabbits, goats at the end of the season to add manure back to the soil and add nutrients to create that living system. Myth number 2, people think is more water is better. And the truth is, that's not the case. A lot of times water stresses the plant. It's not more water, it's consistent water. If you're seeing that yellowing of the leaves, that kind of depleted plant, that might be a sign that you're giving too much water. With your tomatoes, if you're noticing that the tomatoes are busting and you have a crack in the side, that's not because they've gotten too much water at one time, it's because they didn't have a consistent water, and then when they did get the too much water, then that's when that tomato busted. So the solution is not more water, it's consistent water, and dialing that in, that'll make sure that you have a nice garden. Myth number 3 is people think that you need expansive acreage to grow food. The truth is, the most productive gardens are built typically in small places. So let's think about the kitchen garden, right? Having a small window box, raised bed planters right outside your door, that when you're cooking, you can run outside, grab that tomato, grab that herb, whatever it is, you have it right outside of the door. That comes back to the permaculture principles of zones, and having the areas that we visit every day have the produce that we want every day. We're not going off miles into the woods to pick some thyme or oregano. We want it right outside of our door. But another example is all these small gardens. Look at the Victory Garden. That's not a huge space, and that's not the most efficient garden there is. But if we take that example, it's really not an expansive territory to be growing food in. Bottom line is, a little bit of food, a little bit of seed goes a long way when trying to feed your family. The 4th myth is that having bugs in your garden means that you're a failure. We encourage bugs into our garden. We want things, mason bees, the Italian honeybees. These are pollinators for the garden. We need to differentiate between pollinators and beneficial insects, and then having things, potato beetles or caterpillars that might decimate a crop. There's some things that we can do to mitigate that risk. Interplanting, having multiple plantings of vegetables, making sure that we're staying away from monocrops. These things can mitigate risks of bad bugs, but just because bugs are in the garden doesn't mean that you're a failure. The 5th misconception is that we need to know everything before we get started. Of course, we want to accumulate information that helps our success, but gardening is successful because you're doing it and because you started. We want to get better and better every year. That's the goal. But you'll never get better if you don't get started. So this is my encouragement to you, is to get started. We have a bunch of free resources in the comment section. There's a link somewhere, click it, get that information. It's a free resource. We're here to make it more efficient for you, save you time, save you money, save you effort. That's what we're about. If you're serious about gardening and you're local to the Ridgeway area, we've got a free in-person workshop where we're gonna give away all of our tips and tricks, show you our garden in here and how that we're successful. But if you can't make it in person, click the link in the description box. We have a free spring garden success guide. It's got a lot of information for you to make sure that you're successful. We're about having it be cheaper, faster, and more efficient. We want you to be successful. Hopefully this information helps you. SustainableHomestead.com.